The box was a structure that kind of stood out by itself. It was so cool. It just came up out of the bottom like it had grown there. When the stone dam was breached in March 2012, the river reestablished at a low water level of pre-Eagle Phenix or pre-1865 time period. That means it's as low as it was back in its natural days. The box was an amazing structure. It stood out about 40 feet in front of the dam. We're not exactly sure what the purpose of the box was. Some speculate it was used for everything from a brothel to a gambling house to tool storage, maybe even a waiting area for a ferry. While we were tearing the dam down, we used it for a place to hold her upright. Anything that was large enough we couldn't carry to the truck, yet small enough we could pick up, we just toss it over the walls and we stick it inside the box because we knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. And it was one of the last things we were tearing up, so it would be there. So at the very end, we bundled all our crossouts up and all the pieces of wood that we could, and we carried them out in little bundles with straps. We used straps on everything. We could have used chains, but it dug into the wood and scarred it, so we started going to straps. The straps did real good, and they didn't damage the material. The box was about 20 feet wide and about 40 feet long. It didn't have a roof. You could see right into it when you climbed up on the walls. The walls were about 7 or 8 feet tall. There was about a ton of rocks placed inside the box on the floor. Probably later in time the fasteners were coming loose and they just wanted to keep it from floating away. It was built on beams with a plank floor. The walls were made out of heart pine. They were 4 inches thick and 12 inches wide. They were extremely heavy. And they were only joined about every 10 feet and in the corners by metal rods. So I was able to take my chainsaw and nip the corners and nip it by the metal rods. The wallboards were highly weathered by the water. They were just fat lighter, all heart pine. And it was weathered down deep into the grain. They had a great look about them. Had kind of a gray driftwood color and had beautiful grain, very tight grain. We moved the walkway, which was between the toe of the dam on the Georgia side and the box, and placed it on my trailer carefully so it wouldn't break apart and so we could transport it to Montgomery. We got it there in one piece